In this video, we will cover 8 tables encompassing the first level of recruitment setup: the degree code, education code, skill code, screening types, questionnaire types, rating profiles, job types, and requisition regions. A lot of our time in Level 1 will be spent in the validation tables, company tables section of the system. First up is the degree codes table. Like many of the tables in Level 1, a code and description is required and sometimes only data needed. Create your degree codes, avoiding special characters and codes titled default. Degree code represents the degree of education completed. So for example, high school diploma, an associate's degree, bachelor's or master's, these are all examples of a degree code. Next up is the education code, which refers more to a granularly defined degree, like a Master of Business Arts or Bachelor's in Nursing. The education codes table already makes use of the data you created in the degree codes table. You can optionally add data in these fields here and check off whether the education code is job related, if this is a degree that is being paid for or supplemented by the organization, or is an accountable benefit or working condition fringe. Once you're finished with your education code, next up is the skill codes table. This table does not necessarily refer to skills as far as schooling goes, but rather to experience related to skills learned at work, like forklift experience. An applicant may not have a forklift certification or a commercial driver's license, but he does have forklift experience. It could also refer to languages. Once you're done with your skill codes, we move on to the screening types table, and this contains all possible steps that can be part of a screening process. Each step has an indicator whether or not the candidate is involved in these steps. Examples are review application, resume review, phone interview, standard interview, technical interview, employee verification, reference verification, criminal background check, and questionnaires. The questionnaire types table contains data pertaining to the type of questionnaires provided. The list is pretty finite and it drives the availability of the questionnaire. The only values pertaining to this section is the recruitment questionnaire and the manager questionnaire. These values will need to be active if selected in the workflow. Next up is the rating profiles table, which holds pre-configured ratings. These can be 3 out of 3, 4 out of 4, or 5 out of 5 scale for each individual rating within a rating profile. Next up is the job types table, which holds a high-level job distinction description. This is mostly for informational purpose and is an optional field in the requisitions table. Finally, the requisitions regions represents a region for which the requisition is posted for. Even though a position may be tied to a requisition, if you're aiming for a select group in a particular region, this is where that is done. The region is a searchable attribute for candidates in the job portal.